Alright, so I'm giving you an overhead view of this mix and pour. As you can see, I have my mold over here. Let's see if I can't move this camera a little bit without wrecking the whole thing. You gotta see how I have this thing rigged up. Okay. So like I was saying, this is a two-part mix. So I'm going to add one part to my mix bucket. Right now I'm using about 5 pounds. Well, it's 5 pounds of each part A and part B. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty loose. I had it in here. It's, like I said, best to work with this stuff at a temperature above 65 degrees. It just pours easier. It sets up nicer. It mixes nicer, but it also decreases your working time. Like I was saying earlier, this stuff, you only get about 15 seconds, 20 seconds maybe of mixing time before the catalyst starts to act and start to make the foam, create cells, all that good stuff. So I have my drill set up with my mixer. Just got a blade mixer that you would get at Depot, anywhere else. And I got my one part added, and I don't know if you can see the difference. This is a much lighter color. It's also much looser material. So this one should pour pretty fast, and they're pretty warm. I had them both in here in a little hot box, inside the hot box with the heater on them so they could get nice and warm, nice and fast. So now I got my 2 parts mixed for the most part. Well, 2 parts combined. Now I'm going to mix. You'll see as this starts to mix, it starts to look like foam almost instantly. It goes from that dark caramel color to a nice light tan. And it actually starts to catalyze pretty much right away. You'll get some air bubbles kicking and that color change. And you got to make sure you get a good mix. About 15 to 20 seconds. You don't get a whole lot of time, so you got to do it fast. When you're ready to do this kind of work, you got to make sure all your stuff. And you can see it looks like a nice Guinness head. It's already starting to go, so I got to get it going. It's like cake batter. Oh boy, I'm not going to make it with this. See, it's catalyzing so fast, I'm not even going to make this whole pour with this batch. See how fast that's acting? I got to get this out of here. So as you can see, this started to go real fast, and I didn't even get a chance to pour it. And take a look in there. It's started to foam so quickly, probably because of how warm it was, and I might have mixed it 3 seconds too long, and that's what you get. So I'm going to have to do another batch and another pour once this sets up. Pretty cool, but kind of stinks for me because it didn't work. But when you get into doing this kind of stuff, that's the kind of thing that happens. These chemicals react so differently in different temperatures, different humidities, different scenarios. Like I said, I probably mixed that I probably mixed it 3 or 4 seconds too long, and that's all it took to lose almost that whole batch of foam. As you can see, I took it for a run, dropped some on the floor there, dropped some on the floor there. This is some remnants from 3 years ago, this foam, so it doesn't go away once it gets in the carpet. There's a little bit more there. Nico's not thrilled about it. And a little bit more there. And I got some in the trash can and on the floor there. So it backfired. My mix was too long, and as you can see, I lost that whole batch. And that's a big concern when you're working with this kind of materials, because they're not cheap. So when you get into building some big unique things and using unique circumstances to accomplish them, you got to be on point. You got to make sure you know what you're doing, because you don't get a whole lot of second chances. And when it comes to building anything, of course, budget is always a concern. For me, luckily, I had this foam laying around from an old project, so I'm not losing anything on it. The material's already paid for, but I lost the material. So back to the drawing board. I'll let you know when I redo the next one if it works out better than this one did. This one was just bad. Just a bad mix, a bad pour. I haven't done any of this kind of work in a while, so I'm a little out of practice when it comes to spotting the mix when it needs to go before you lose it. Thanks for watching. Tune in to Mad Props. Liberty Bell Beekeeping will be starting up in a few weeks. As always, you can like and subscribe to the channel, like and subscribe to Facebook pages, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.